This is Abhishek Sengupta and you are listening to Abhishek Sengupta audio vlogs. Now we are here with another topic of moonlighting. Now moonlighting has gone in news from past few days. Almost all digital media, all social media platforms are posting about moonlighting. Now this has become a news flashpoint after COVID-19. The many corporate leaders have come up in support of this and many has come up against this. Now let us see what is this all about and how this is going to impact business. Let's see. First thing first, let's understand what is moonlighting. The Oxford Dictionary defines this as a second job, typically secretly at night. Now in addition to one's regular employment. Now Cambridge Dictionary defines this as the act of working at an extra job, specially without telling the main employer. Now the people moonlight typically after their working hours or during weekends. This is after their 9 to 5 job at night preferably, and hence it is named as moonlighting. Now what sparked this debate? During pandemic, the most of the people were working from home. Now as a result, they have saved their communication time from their home to office, as well as they have gone into a flexi working hour. So as a result, they got ample time to take up some additional job. Now these gigs come in form of a small job like creating a website, or it can come in form of copywriting, it can come in form of creating an app, etc, etc. This includes both tech support as well as non-technical gigs as well. Now people have selected to work for the small, not a full-time gigs, so that they can earn a little additional income, point one, and not to depend solely on one segment of income. Now this has sparked a lot of controversy. Now in India, as per Factory Act, dual employment is prohibited, but at the same time some of the IT firms are not falling under the Factory Act. Now this has sparked a debate. Now this debate has came up mostly for the IT companies. Now IT work or the IT related works are mostly IP driven and database driven. So if you are working for a gig or doing moonlighting, there is a fair possibility this could lead to a knowledge drain or data glitch as well, especially when you are working for your competitors knowingly or unknowingly. There is also a speculation employees might be working for the gigs or the competitors or for the second job while they're in their regular job timings. So this has got a serious issue of loss of productivity and efficiency, and in the long run this might lead to a lot of errors in work. Now the counter views for this are moonlighting is not well defined under any acts in India, so picking up certain gigs or freelancing may not be considered as a regular employment, which can happen with or without the knowledge of the primary employer. Next is what the business world says. Now business world is having a divided opinion on this. Now Rishad Premji, the chairman of Wipro, has termed this as cheating. Not only that, Wipro has fired 300 employees for moonlighting and working knowingly or unknowingly for their competitors. Now, Indian IT major Infosys has also issued stern warning to their employees for moonlighting. NG Subramaniam, the chief operating officer of Tata Consultancy Services, has termed this as an ethical issue. Sandeep Patel, the MD of IBM India, has termed this as an unethical practice. On contrary, the Tech Mahindra CEO CP Gurnani has said that we need to change with time and added, I welcome the disruption in the ways we work. IT veteran Mohandas Pai has termed moonlighting as a fact of life. Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar too expressed his opinion on this topic. He has said that moonlighting represents two significant phenomena. One, the entrepreneurial bug which has beaten every techie. Number two, the talent deficient or the demand of talent. Meanwhile, the food tech startup Swiggy is one of the first to unveil their moonlighting policy. Its policy says that an employee can carry on with their additional work after their working hours or during the weekends by not engaging in any conflict of interest or without loss of productivity during work. So the business world is having a divided opinion on this subject. Now, moonlighting and business. Now, every business is facing this in some way or other. Now, whether the moonlighting will be allowed in business or not, now this is a subjective matter and is a relative call. Now, this decision or the opinion may vary from person to person or the industry to industry. Certain people will be in favor of this and certain will be against this. I personally suggest 6 points which you must follow on this matter. Number 1 is the well-defined policy. You must be having a well-defined policy on moonlighting. If you don't have, make it today. This will help you to regulate the things going on in your business. Now, policy must be well-defined and clearly communicated to the employees right from day one. Number 2 is employee contract. So whatever be your policy must be there on employee's contract or the offer letter at the time of recruitment. And this policy must be well explained to the employees at the time of their joining. Number 3, protection of data. It is quite obvious that while moonlighting, there could be a significant chance of data pilferage, knowingly or unknowingly, by your employees. So it is very important for a business, whether it's a tech business or whether it is not a tech business, to have a well-defined system of data protection, which helps in preserving the data in a right way and avoiding pilferages. Number 4 is conflict of interest. It is very important to make a well-defined list of conflict of interest. What kind of activities can lead to a conflict of interest with your business if your employees take up those? So once this is defined, it must be well communicated to the employees well in advance. Now, this conflict of interest activities can vary over a period of time. So it is very important to revisit that list and keep on updating this with time. Number 5 is the competitor link up. It can happen knowingly or unknowingly that your employees, while moonlighting, can work for your competitors. So it is very important to make them understand the ways not to do that, and if caught or detected, what kind of consequences or disciplinary actions they are going to face. Number 6 is productivity and efficiency. Knowingly or unknowingly, it might impact the productivity or efficiency of the primary employment work. So it is important to keep a check on this and, if required, counsel the employees at the initial stage, because in case it goes on for a longer time, it's going to impact the entire workforce and the work culture of the company. So as on date, moonlighting is a matter of debate. So let the more clarity comes up from the business leader, from the lawmakers. At the same time, gigs or the freelancing is on rise, and in the coming days it is expected to go further up. So it is very important to protect your business from any pilferages or any harmful effects of moonlighting, and at the same time you have your policy and well-defined processes to deal with this or any kind of pilferages or situation if it brings. So create a proper policy, create a proper guideline, and not to leave any open loop on this topic. That's all for today. To my Apple Podcast listeners, I request for a review. I want an honest review how my podcast is helping you and enhancing your life. I'll be back with many such episodes. Till then, stay tuned, stay connected. Have a great day.